Masinya Attorneys Incorporated, a boutique commercial and taxation law firm in Midrand, Johannesburg, South Africa. Strategic lawyers on point with more than 20 years of practice experience. We are professional, capable, and qualified.
Hello, my name is Lindy Sherries and I used to be a Sangoma. In this channel, I talk about everything, guys. Abokorobela, the secrets that we were taught not to share with you guys, how we used to trick you guys, the spirits, how everything works when you go to a Sangoma for consultation, Yamatambo. So whether you believe in God or don't believe in God, please check out this channel so we can talk about it. If you believe in God, let's share the gospel. If you don't believe in God, you can check out the channel too. I want to hear your opinion and I want people to actually share their opinion, not insulting me without saying why. Thank you, and I'll see you on my channel.
That's right. Make sure you visit our channel. Lindy Sherries right there. All about this spiritual level of Sangomas. She was a Sangoma herself, so you will find some truth there. Thank you so much, everyone who's here for joining us. Really appreciate each and every one of you. My name is Solomon Izan Ashams. They call me Uncle Solomon. Thank you so much for being here. And please make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow on social media platforms. Make sure you visit the website, unclesolomon.com. And make sure you get one of these on the website, Beware of False Prophets. We have quite a lot of different t-shirts that we on the website. So please make sure you check it out. How are you doing? Great to have you here. Misha is here. Great to have you here. We got Jamil from Canada. Canada, is it? Maggie, good to have you here. Pronell, haven't caught you live in a while, and I haven't spoken to you in a while too. We need to catch up. Good to have you here. And Bongani and Boyd, everybody, awesome. Good to have you guys here. I'm trying to build up a story based on a story that I shared a few days ago about a pastor called Pastor Clement Ibe. He is originally Nigerian. He lived in South Africa for over 20 years. And they have some building drama issues. And a group called, Bethesda Concern Group brought up quite a lot of allegations against him. I'm sure he would find a way to defend it or has answers to it. And he's currently living in the USA. Currently, he lives in the US. He's moved to the US, I think, about 2 years now. And they asked him to come back and explain himself. He said, no, he's on a sabbatical, so I don't really understand all of that. The concern group has quite a lot of questions regarding how money was used, how the ownership of the church is not really, the building doesn't belong to the church, and all that kind of stuff. And this is actually the building that we're talking about here, this building here in Pretoria, a beautiful building in Pretoria here in South Africa. And church members felt they were played. Some people felt they were played, and they gave him money and money and money and money, but really nothing to show for it. They're claiming that they discovered that the church is registered in a company, that he is the sole owner of that company. So I'm sure, obviously, he would have a lot of reasons or explanation to give around that. But whilst talking about that, then I also got some information around the divorce of Pastor Clement and his wife Fortune Ibe. This is them together. Some of you guys know them. Pastor Clement is a teacher of the word. He teaches. He's not into all sort of prophetic deliverance gymnastics. He teaches straight out of the word of God. I've been to the church 2 times or 3 times. So this is him with his wife. And I got information. I was passed on a document that alleged that they are divorced, that they got divorced in 2017. Right now, okay, people get divorced, right? But this is totally different. If they got divorced in 2017, but whilst they are in Lagos, in Ikeja, Nigeria, I'm going to show you the document. But in Pretoria, where they lived, they were still living together. They moved to the US together. They live together. Matter of fact, in the US, I was told that this is the house that they lived in Houston, in Dallas, Texas, right? Texas, the state of Texas. But then they said they got divorced. And from the source that told me that, they said the allegations is they got divorced because he wanted to sort of like get an American citizenship, sort of like have an arranged marriage with an American citizen or whatever, or she. These are just allegations, right? I'm sure there's more to it than meets the eye. But the shocking thing is this document that says they got divorced. Now, I know a lot of pastors. I did Joshua Eginla, his wife, got married to a US citizen while she's still married to her husband because she wanted to get some sort of a green card or stay in the US. So there's a lot of pastors that do that, not just in the US, across the world. But is this the same case? Is this what Clement Ibe, based on the allegations that they put out, is this what he's up to or not? But the document leaves you with a lot of questions. Now, let me share this document with you. This is one of the documents here. I'm sure you can see it. Let me share this one first, right? So in the High Court of Lagos State, in the Ikeja Division, holding at Ikeja, suit number blah, 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 between Clement Ikechukwu Ibe, who is the petitioner. So he was the one that put in for divorce because he's the petitioner, isn't it? And the respondent is his wife, Fortune Ibe Ni Oyibo, right? So you have all that degree nisi of the dissolution of marriage. So obviously, legally, they have this decree nisi of the dissolution of marriage. He said, upon this petition coming up before the Honorable Court, this 13th day of February, 2017. So this was in 2017, right? We're talking about next week is going to be, was it this week is actually 3 years or 4 years? 1, 2, 3, 4 years later, is it? 4, 5. At this court, and this court having taken oral evidence from the petitioner in support of the petition filed in the court, and the respondent counsel did not oppose the application despite the proofs of service of all the court processes of the file. So it means the petitioner, that is Clement Ikechukwu Ibe, he brought this petition, and the wife, who is the respondent, Fortune Ibe, was notified, but she didn't oppose it. So they said this court this day ordered that judgment be and same is hereby granted to the effect that the marriage which was contracted on the 22nd day of December 1990 in Lagos State, that was when they got married. They got married in 1990. Between Clement Ikechukwu Ibe, the petitioner, and Fortune Ibe Ni Oyibo, the respondent, is hereby dissolved on the ground of family issue and irreconcilable differences. The marriage is blessed with 2 children, Alvin Midi Ibe, male 1994, and Ruth Ibe 2004. The custody of the children is hereby granted to the petitioner. It is hereby further ordered that the decree nisi shall be, and the same is granted to the respondent, which shall be made absolute. So here we are basically saying they got married in December 1990 in Lagos. And now they said they have, based on this document, it says they have issues, family issue and differences they cannot reconcile. So the divorce, the marriage was dissolved based on the family issue that the petitioner, Clement Ikechukwu Ibe, put in, which is the family issues and also differences they cannot resolve. And you can see the date there, everything stamped. And there's also another document that followed that, which is the certificate of decree absolute. So this is a certificate to show that the marriage is based on decree nisi of dissolution of marriage between the petitioner and the respondent, which was contracted, became absolute. So it became absolute on the 15th day of May 2017. Now, this is the couple, Pastor Clement Ibe and his wife Fortune. Now, what actually happened? If this document was done in 2017, if this document is actually original, right? Because I mean, these are allegations, so we don't know if this is original or not, but from the look of it, it looks like it's original. If this was done in 2017, but the church was not aware that they were divorced, they were still living together in Pretoria. When they left to the US, they left to the US together. What is the intention of this? Are they really divorced, or are these allegations true? I would love for to get an answer from the church or from the pastors themselves, just to be able to clear the air, because this was brought to me by concerned people who were part of the church or are part of the church. I received calls from people who were part of the church and people who were part of the church but left. And there's this red flag and just question marks here and there. And this is one of the question marks outside of the building project, which they felt, based on the registration and ownership, this building of this church, which they gave money towards, this building belongs to Clement Ibe, the pastor, and not them. That is what they are saying. So that is one issue. And the second issue is the issue that now they are divorced. They got divorced. Why? They were not aware of it. Is this true or not? It's a simple question, isn't it? Is this true or not? Because they've been living together. If they got divorced in 2017, but they were still living together in Pretoria. Yeah, I know people get divorced and live together, but they never shared anything about it with church. And they moved to the US together. And they allegedly lived in this house in Dallas, in Houston, together. So what is the truth around this? Are they still married, but on paper they are not? Why is that? And if that is it, should pastors, should Christian leaders, should Christians actually make such decisions or such arrangements? Why? Sydney says it's very common among Nigerians in the US. Why do pastors keep getting themselves in controversies? The scripture is clear on specific matters like marriage. Evelyn says, I think they have come to an agreement over something, but in reality, they are still married. That is, the wife didn't contest. There was no contest. She didn't oppose the petition that was brought by her husband. And if you look at one thing I noticed in the judgment also, the last sentence there, right? They actually said that the second paragraph, the third paragraph, that is, that the custody of the children is hereby granted to the petitioner. The custody of the children was granted to the father, to Pastor Clement Ibe. I mean, how many times have you had, especially in Africa, where the custody of the children are given to the father? Most fathers in Africa would not even want the custody of the children because they were not trained to take care of children. They prefer the wife, the woman. They know they can take care of the children, then they can support her. They can give her money, child maintenance, whatever. So that in itself, for me, I I don't know why. Kerry says, I think they agreed to divorce in order to receive the American green card with the intention to remarry. Maybe because they're in the US now. Already. Rue says, you got to respect the Nigerian hustle. This is not hustle, bro. This hustle. When a hustle becomes, okay, these are allegations, right? But when you hustle and you make a wrong decision or you sin in your hustle, it's not a hustle anymore. When we hustle, let's try to hustle clean, isn't it? Let's use wisdom. Let's be smart about it, but let's not sin in our hustle. Because how are we going to glorify God in that? So it would really be good to hear from Clement Ibe and his wife Fortune. I still call her his wife, despite of this document that I saw, because these are still allegations. But this document seems to be original, or to get to hear from the church or whatever. Any of them, they seems to be a lovely couple. Meeting them a couple of times, and the people that know them seems to be a lovely couple. So whatever is going on, we have no idea. And I'm sure it's going to be a setback for them also having to explain themselves. Either people believe them or not, or defend their actions. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Please make sure you subscribe and also follow me on all my social media network. God bless you. See you again.